Welcome friends, this is my first review on my channel. This is a new channel that I created, as most reviews are on brand new products, and as I was getting back into skating, one thing I realized is there's not a lot of reviews out there that reflect on products after they've been used for a while. So what I'm hoping to do is take some of the products that I've been riding, skating for a while, and providing reviews on them versus the typical first impressions that are out there. Some background on me is skated for a while, had a really bad knee injury. I had to hang up my skates, and then just getting back to it after about a 10-year hiatus. Used to skate Remz all the time, rode them for about 10 years straight, and my knee was feeling a lot better, so as of Christmas of last year, I decided that was kind of the perfect time to get back into skating. So searched Reddit, YouTube, and I saw the Remz HR 2.5s. And one of the things that I noted in the reviews is there was mention about a sixth toe, where there was just some pain, some discomfort. Overall, didn't seem like the reviews were overly negative for these products. So I went ahead and I purchased the skates anyway. Figured, why the hell not? Hadn't skated for 10 years, loved Remz. They look the same, how much could change? So what I want to talk about is, did anything change? How's the fit different? What's changed? And so, overall, like, one of the first things that drew me to the skate was the color scheme. Love the white on black. They looked so clean. Love the little emblem on the back. One thing that was a little different was the Velcro strap versus a buckle. That didn't seem to bother me too much. Top of the liner was really puffy, kind of similar to old Remz, which I absolutely love. I have a very thin, flat foot and kind of skinny ankles, but massive calves. So finding a skate that fit me was always a challenge. And the skates that fitted me the best were Salomon's, Remz. I rode some TRS's. I think it was the Details, and I like those a lot. But once you get kind of hooked on a skate, you hope that it stays that way forever. So some of the features of this skate is the sole plate connects to the boot itself via bolt, same with the backside plate. Notice the plastic seems a lot harder than it used to be, and these sole plates are fast. I did like that the sole plate kind of has a skew to it, and that just helps locking onto rails, ledges, and makes it super easy for locking into tricks, especially if you have bad knees. The frames that came on it are the ground control Featherlight 3s, and one thing I always liked about these frames is it has kind of these recessions on the sides that make the frame shallower. So if you've got bad knees, you can't bend down as much, it makes it really easy for locking into groove tricks. I noticed that the frames slide a little slow and are a little spongy, and that's probably because I'm a lot bigger than I used to be. Drank too many beers over my lifetime, and I enjoy that. But I always enjoyed the way that ground controls locked into tricks, because it felt like I was really secure. I feel like, I haven't ridden a ton of frames. I've ridden like 50-50, them frames, and I've liked the way that these locked in the best, but they definitely feel like the weakest frames. I may ride these again just to see kind of second thoughts on them after not riding them for 6 months. One thing that came on these is the ground control wheels. They were kind of like a greenish gray color. They decored on me after about 4 days. I replaced them with red eye wheels, and I can talk about those in another review. And then I replaced the bearings and anti-rockers as well. So I went with, I think, Wicked bearings, and then I had Chroma anti-rockers. And I'll do separate reviews of those products because I'm still riding them. Overall, the frames felt really good on these skates. besides the bearings, I mean, those were really slow and they were almost insufferable. Took so much work just to get going. So the biggest issue that I had with these skates was the discomfort in the toes. And, I kind of noticed it on my first skate, and it it was really weird because it's this really tight pressure around the whole front of the foot, and it just feels like it's cinched so tight. And if you kind of look at the Rems, there's a cap and the plastic kind of curves back in on it, but then there's this buildup of just material here. And so I don't really know what's changed. I mean, to me, it seems like, the Rems used to have, if I remember right, the Rems used to have individual plates. And I kind of feel like what happened is the boot itself got squished to allow for this plastic sole plate to get put on there. And what happened is that compromised the room that your foot had inside the shell. So, needless to say, these were super uncomfortable for me. They were so uncomfortable that after, I rode them for about a month and a half. And after I hung these up, it took about 2 weeks for that pain in my foot to go away. Just because I don't know, it kind of felt like I was Cinderella's stepsister cramming my foot into a high heel. I tried different liners. I used the Rain V3 liners, and surprisingly, it was really weird that, I'll do another review on the V3s, but the one thing I didn't like about the Rain V3s is that it only has maybe like 3 laces, and I had to cinch those things so tight at the top just to get the top of my foot so secure that, I wasn't getting a lot of ankle slippage, but it didn't resolve the toe pressure. I tried the Ritter Intuition liners, same thing. And after trying 2 different options, I just realized it wasn't the skate for me anymore. Something changed in the Rems where they just were not a viable option for me, which sucks because I have so many good memories on Rems, and if they changed the fit back to the way that they were, I still feel like these would be the perfect fit. That's unfortunate. Tried putting these on Blade Trade Outpost, got no interest in them. I assume it's because of, the whole 6th toe. So, they're just kind of sitting in my closet as a reminder to find skates that fit well. So, that's kind of it for this review. In general, they really hurt my feet. Wish they didn't, but nothing I can do about that. So, in hindsight, would I have bought them again? I don't know. I mean, it's so hard when you're listening to people's reviews online and what the fit will be. Skate shops have downsized, so you can't really go anywhere and just try them on. So you take a huge risk, and it's one thing to just sit on the couch, put on a pair of skates, stand up a little bit, and a lot of times liners just take, wearing in about 10